This is some bullshit. Oh! Can't even see the fucking... Alright. Okay, is it working? Okay, great. So, hey y'all, my name is Bree, my boyfriend name is Ben. We just came from X Games Aspen 2026. It was the 25th anniversary for X Games this year. Very beautiful. It was snowing all weekend. And as you can see in the background and clearly our scenery, we're stuck off of I-70. Like, we're going east now towards Denver. But dude, this snowstorm, I just want to talk about this on brace out of seriousness, because there might be some people out here wanting to travel to Colorado and not really be used to mountain roads, or just really not knowing what to expect if you do get stuck in the snow out here. I really just want to kind of give my actual insight, because I feel like safety matters, and also it's just good to have this advice right now. So I do want to start off it's absolutely very beautiful in Colorado when it snows, and the snowboarding and skiing seasons, and it's the best thing here. It's very beautiful, it's very active here, it's very it's very beautiful to have the experience. But I do want to say, being in the snow and creeping in, we've been going freaking, hey, 111 on the dash, but we've been going literally 2 to 3 miles per hour creeping for the last hour. And thank God though, because I'd rather creep with fellow cars around me than just try to get through this by yourself. But I do want to talk about on the way to X Games, on Friday, driving more in the mountains, because if you're flying into Denver International, Denver is, I'm gonna tell you, 20 minutes away, 15 minutes away from actual Denver. Denver International Airport is about 15-20 minutes from the actual city of Denver, and to cross through it before getting into the mountains, I-70 West. So that's one. And people think oh, we're landing in Denver, landing in Chicago or any other city. No, it's a little bit different, a little bit out. So that's one. Two, four-wheel drives, that's no-brainer. Four-wheel drive absolutely matters. Actually, in the state of Colorado, and I will, when I edit this, I'm gonna post the laws right here. You have to have chains on your actual tires. You have to have four-wheel drive. You have to make sure the vehicle you have is suited for any type of weather that you might go through. Because earlier today, when we were leaving, passing through the mountains before getting into Vail Pass, and if it was really nice, it was chill. But then once we we're in Glenwood Springs, getting through Vail Pass, it started to get very snowy, or the wind. And that's one thing I do want to say, high winds are definitely a thing too, and they will shift your freaking vehicle if you're just trying to fly through and get through this weather. You can't, you gotta be better absolute safe than sorry when it comes to the weather out here in Colorado. And or just in general, if you're visiting Wyoming, going to Jackson Hole, or going to Utah, absolutely, going to Park City, or just any cool ass spots out here in the Midwest, West, even in a little bit in the upper northeast, kind of Vermont, New York, Maryland, where I'm from, Pennsylvania. Driving in the snow is something else, but I'm gonna tell you, it's very different than driving on these mountain roads here in Colorado, or just in general. So because you have the chains on your tires, or you got to make sure chains are involved, and actually you can get a really huge fine if you don't have that. But I do want to just share this insight, and just having a little bit of caffeine, good music, but you're gonna lose service. So for example, we were in an hour of traffic of creeping right now, but now we have a lot of service, thank goodness, and we're 30 minutes outside of Denver, thank goodness, 30 miles until we're out of this poop. But then also today is, I hope the Broncos do win, manifesting open, but yeah, the Broncos and Patriots are playing here today in Colorado and Denver, and then it's X Games weekend, so it's been busy here. But also I do want to talk about X Games too. So I feel like this is so important because there's a lot of people that's like, oh, I want to go to X Games, or how was that? So it's like, you can even, you could fly to Aspen. That's one thing, but I do recommend, if you're flying to Aspen, make sure it's a few days before X Games, because it's going to be a little bit busy out there. And two, the weather, man, because you're flying through the freaking mountains, and you're most likely going to have a layover in Denver International, wherever you're from, before you go to Aspen. Unless you're flying literally directly from Burbank or something like that. I don't know. It's just usually smaller airports, they connect to each other. But having smaller flights and all that. But I do want to say the flight from Denver International to Aspen's maybe an hour and some change, depending on the day, weather, inclement, all that. And then also you're able to drive. But from Denver International to Aspen, it's about 4 hours. And you're dealing with I-70 West, beautiful mountain views, and, just the roads too. So just please keep that in mind. The roads are not super crummy or bad, but when it comes to weather like this, you want to be very cautious and careful. So that's something. And also, one cool thing about X Games that we did try out this year was we took the bus to Buttermilk, and also there's free buses around Aspen, and I feel that saves you so much money from parking and traffic, and then also inclement weather too, because where you could stay you could stay about 15 to 20 minutes outside of Aspen, but the weather could be different than you being in that part of the mountain. So just keep that in mind. The weather does change in different parts of the state because of the elevation and the weather. So that's something that keep in mind. A lot of people don't understand that the air can get pretty dry. It is dry, and in the mountains it could be a little bit thin too. My poor boyfriend it's his first time in Colorado, so he definitely got the hello from Colorado with all the just the altitude, the elevation, dryness, so hydrating yourself matters. I'm gonna put that up too. Hydrating yourself matters a lot before taking a trip out here. Even if you're going to Denver, staying in Denver, you'll still even feel it once you get off the plane, or just you'll feel it too. And if you don't, then shout out to you and your immune system. Really. But also, you get used to it if you're a frequent visitor, or someone that used to live here like me, just trying to I'm surprised I haven't been to Colorado, or haven't been here for 5 years since I lived here. So I felt a little lightheaded, but they also have I'll also put up a picture of these oxygen things, a little so it's good to have little oxygen here and there. Getting a little snowy, crumpy. 4-wheel drive matters, people. But yeah, I just wanted to really make this video because it's very, very, very I don't know, it was on my heart, and I'm definitely gonna post this ASAP. And yeah, it's just very much it's a beautiful experience, and it's but it's something to just kind of keep in mind when you're planning a trip. So thank you for watching. My name is Bree, and if you have any suggestions, comments, questions, or anything, I'm definitely put them down in the comments. Would love to interact. And yeah.